Welcome to the Law Shit You Should Know podcast. We're here to talk a little bit about the law
and a whole lot about nothing. Every week, we have a new guest to discuss current events, legal drama, and dive even deeper into
the Law Shit You Should Know.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Law Shit You Should Know with ELINA Santana
and Leslie Marenco.
And today we have the amazing Augusto. Yay! Augusto, tell everybody who you are, what you do.
Thank you guys for inviting me to be part of this important podcast. My name is Augusto Perera. I'm an intellectual property attorney. My office is here in Gables, Leslie's neighbor, and my practice is concentrated in trademarks and copyrights, and I do a lot of interactions with foreigners that want to protect their intellectual property in Miami and United States overall.
Trademarks and copyrights. Okay, so I'll start. First question. What is the difference between a trademark and a copyright?
I learned this the hard way.
A trademark is usually either whatever you can use to promote and sell a service or sell a good. Let's say that you want to use a slogan, a logo, a word, a combination. You can even protect sounds, smells.
Like Law Shit You Should Know?
Law Shit You Should Know is a pending trademark that we filed for you guys.
Because he's our attorney.
Because he's our attorney.
So, and you can protect even hashtags. I have protected hashtags and a very long hashtag.
Really?
Yeah.
Hashtag? That's fun.
As long as you use it to promote a good or a service, you know, you can use it. For
you
example,
can trademark a hashtag.
You can trademark that one.
I didn't know that.
That one was an important kind of case because my client at that time was a 16-year-old in high school, and she found a hashtag that she loved, and she started selling T-shirts with the hashtag.
Oh.
And the other kid who wrote the hashtag found out and came after her.
Wait, you're telling me two 16-year-olds actually sued each other?
No, sue. Like he's on the list and they say this and whatever.
And if that doesn't speak about the future of America, I don't know what does.
We settled the case and we filed for trademark protection for the hashtag. What happened was that one guy, a very famous rapper, Frank Ocean, bought one T-shirt with the hashtag, and he wore it in a concert in New York.
Oh, so there was a lot of billetes.
And it took off.
Yes. It took off. She went viral.
And she went viral, and then the other kid who wrote the hashtag came and said, hey, I wrote that. So,
but the kid that wrote the hashtag wasn't using it in commerce, so to speak. She was.
No, but you have some copyrights over the hashtag
if you're the first asshole that writes the hashtag.
Yeah, but it has to be something of substance. It cannot be Pepito Perez Inc. or whatever. It has to be something.
Well, what about something like shit happens?
No. That's a commonly why.
Well, I mean, it's all over T-shirts. It's all over bumper stickers. That's why I'm asking.
That's a very every phrase that is commonly widely used.
But it wasn't always widely used. Somebody came up with it.
Yeah, but if it can take off immediately and people, you cannot claim right. That happened with the smiley face.
I was about to say it. You read my mind. I was about to say the smiley face.
What you mean the smiley face?
Yeah,
the guy who created smiley face.
Yeah.
He tried to copyright it, but it was denied copyright protection because everybody was using it in no time.
So can I start setting up a lot of these long hashtags to start suing people that use them?
No, you cannot.
No? This is not my new business venture. No. So you're telling me keep my day job.
Side hustle? So the trademark is when you see the little TM, right?
Yes.
And then the pending one you taught us is SM.
Yeah.
Like we need an SM right here.
You need an SM because it's a service that you're providing. So copyrights more about.
Tell us about copyrights.
Copyrights, the expression idea and
that's the cat.
In the tangible format.
That's the cat.
That's a cat. Copyright could be photos, music, lyrics, sometimes in some limited protection to software code.
So let's say I have a very cute.
Let him finish explaining what
fluffy
it is
cat
first. Jesus Christ.
And somebody else takes a picture of my cat.
Mm-hmm. Hypothetically, this didn't happen in Leslie land already.
It's more. If I give you my phone and you take a picture of me and Elina, you're gonna be the copyright
owner of your picture
because you're the artist.
Pero eso no tiene sentido.
Yeah, but it's very common. Why
you're the artist?
Can sue?
¿Qué artist is a fucking picture?
But the paparazzi can sue the people that they take a picture.
You don't think photography is art?
You haven't seen that? There have been cases where these famous people, paparazzi take a picture, and the famous people want to use the picture on Instagram, and they don't pay the paparazzi. And the paparazzi
It's a picture of me.
No.
You assholes took a picture of me,
No,
and now you want me to pay for my picture of me?
Like the Panthers just won the cup, and there's now a very iconic photo that's all over that I'm sure the news agencies are paying for of the player in the pool, in the water, in the ocean with the cup above his head. Have you seen it?
No,
it's like
of course I haven't
the
seen
Stanley Cup's first dip in the Caribbean, because it's never been won down here, obviously, since hockey's such a Canadian sport. And it's this beautiful, it's a great picture. I mean, if it doesn't speak to like the cup in Miami, like it's perfect. I'm sure someone made lots of money selling that picture.
Whoever
Doesn't
took
matter.
the picture is the copyright holder, and he can exploit that, and he can prevent people from.
And I'm sure he has sold it to every newspaper on the planet at this point, you know?
It comes down to the issue of memes, memes.
Oh,
on
memes.
The internet and your.
What
blog.
about memes? What about memes?
If you are using a meme to promote your goods or services, meaning your business, you have to get permission to use.
I mean, this is wild. This is absolutely fucking wild.
Okay, wait.
These are laws created in the time of the fucking dinosaur. I don't know what.
There were no memes in the
There
time
were no
of the
memes. Exactly. That's why the laws don't account for the memes that are shared 1,000,000 times a day.
You seen the picture of the kid that I sent you?
See?
Yes,
Of course.
the
baby,
kid.
the baby. The
yeah.
mom took that picture. And she copyrighted the picture.
Really?
And she's suing people that are using her.
This
the-
bitch is
the
suing
picture.
people.
There was a case.
I need to go check my social media account.
There was a case. There was a case decided 2 weeks ago in the West Coast that she sued somebody
In California?
in California for using in Seattle
For that picture?
for that particular picture. So it doesn't matter whether you are big or small. If you use it without consent, I would say.
Well, but if you're small, they can't get any money out of you. They don't care.
Well,
If our dumbasses,
Hold
they're gonna
on.
sue.
I was about to say, but they can, right? Because there's statutory minimum.
damage.
Yeah, but they're not gonna sue Papito Pere that doesn't have anything going on.
Well, sure.
We're a law firm.
Sure.
We are, you know.
Well, if you use it in your Facebook page for making fun of your own aunt, uncle, or whatever family member, you know, that's not a big deal.
Make fun of Biden, Trump.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're good.
For political, that's not a big
Because
deal.
I posted one this morning about this amazing debate we had last night.
So we can go back to the Trump to a small case.
Are we going to talk about Trump?
Trump? Yes.
Okay. Trump too small?
The Supreme Court.
The Trump too small case? Let's talk about the Trump too small.
Wait, but first, I don't know anything about what's small.
But do we let Leslie land?
What is small about this man? Like,
Well, in the first debate that they have in 2020, Marco Rubio referred to Trump to having.
It was actually the Republican debate.
It's
It wasn't
small
even a
hands.
bipartisan.
Marco Rubio said
And Marco Rubio
said he
made
has
a
small
joke.
hands.
Yes, little Marco made a joke.
Little Marco.
About how Trump had small hands.
Oh.
And that's all he said. But, you know, the implication is if you have small hands, you have small other things,
What kind
right?
of debate was
Like,
this?
I mean, have you watched the presidential debates? Because they're all a bunch of... Anyways, we'll move on. But so, yes, Marco made a comment on the debate stage about how Trump had little hands. Obviously, there was an innuendo there. That there were other smaller parts as well.
Yes.
And then, Augusto, please, what happened with the Trump too small?
In this particular case, there was this guy that wanted to sell clothing using the Trump too small phrase.
Right.
And he fought.
Trump too small.
Yeah. Trump too small.
Okay.
And he filed for trademark protection, and he was denied registration of his trademark Trump too small because there is a restriction in federal law that prevents anyone from raising the name of a living individual without consent.
Okay, so wait, they could take my picture and have the copyright over my picture, but they can't use my name?
Unless you agree.
Unless you agree. There was another restriction in trademark law that prevent people from raising trademarks that were offensive.
But who defines what offensive is?
That was in part why.
Because it's really hard to offend me.
So,
it's very easy to offend some
in
other
this
people.
particular case, there's still a group, a rock band from California called the Slants, The slang
Oh,
is a derogatory
I know this.
term for Chinese people.
Oh,
And they are Chinese. And they say, we want to own
oh.
this.
We want to own this.
So,
So-
and they filed for trademark protection, got denied. But in that case, the Supreme Court declared unconstitutional that restriction that prevented people from.
And said they can.
Now you can file for trademark protection and offend anybody.
Offended. I love that.
That's why we get to be law shit. You should know, and we're not like law bleep. You should know. You know.
So, the intersection between freedom of speech and trademark protection and so forth sometimes come to these cases, and
That's
the Supreme Court has
interesting.
So in Trump Too Small, they said, okay, anybody can go, there is no protection, so anybody can go sell rulers, T-shirts, and everything else.
now it's up to Trump to go against the people who use his name
Right.
without consent.
Right. Because there's...
But they can't copyright it.
Right.
That was
No,
the
they
distinction.
cannot trademark.
They cannot
trademark it,
They
excuse
cannot
me.
trademark. If you don't have a copyright registration, you cannot sue in federal court.
Right.
So meaning it's a
Right.
precondition for you to file a lawsuit to
Claro.
have it granted.
Right, right.
No
Yeah.
pending, nothing.
Right.
It's granted. And if the violation happened before the registration was granted, your rights as a copyright holder are limited
Okay.
in the amount of money that you can collect and so forth and so forth. But if you have a registration granted and the violation happened thereafter, minimum statutory damages are $750,000 to $150,000 per violation. Meaning that every time that the picture is taken and copy and paste and whatever, that's what happened with that situation.
As far as you know, that's correct, Leslie.
Yeah, well, as far as I know. Yes. Allegedly. Allegedly.
As far as we're aware of the law,
At
that's
the end
accurate.
of the day, I always tell people, go to Shutterstock, get your own images, download it from there.
Find a free picture of a white cat.
But
guys.
now we
Find
have
a free
ChatGPT.
There's Upsplash,
Well,
there's Shutterstock, there's so many free
now
stock photos.
we have even better. We have now ChatGPT.
ChatGPT can create one, that's right.
Yeah, ChatGPT saw something called DALI. It's
Dale!
It's a GPT that you can
Like
create
Wally?
images.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yes,
oh.
they don't, it's not actually called
Wait,
Dale.
wait, wait.
Like,
Am I gonna get in
No,
trouble
no.
for mentioning Wally, the Disney movie?
No,
It's
because
a GPT called DAL-LE.
Dale.
So you can create your own images, and it come up with something that you can use.
Wait. Can I feed it
You can fit
a
in
picture
and create
of the cat
Yeah.
and say, make it a little different?
but no. So what? No,
No,
that's a
no.
different issue. That's a different
Can
issue.
I say I want? No?
Candela.
No?
What you can do, I do this now.
This is new
So-
and improved.
I know,
But
but
if you stuff up front.
if you go look at like my social media posts, you'll see actual pictures, which I usually download from stock photo places like Upsplash and all that jazz. And then at some point you will see I transitioned, not everything, but a ton of them into AI created photos. And you can see the difference. So if you go look at like my Facebook right now, the company Facebook, not my personal. And basically the way it works is you tell Dale, which is actually I think Dali, but whatever. We tell it like, give me a picture of a whatever. Like mine, I'll do like, give me a picture of a family of 4, like 2 parents, 2 kids. I want them to be a Hispanic family. I want the background to be in Miami. Or I won't say that, and then I'll get like a picture of 4 people skiing, and then I can reply and be like, no, they live in Miami. There's no skiing here. Give me something in Miami. And then they go put them in like building sandcastles at the beach, and it's really cute.
Yeah.
And so this is completely AI generated, so there's no issue. It's your picture. You created it with the help of AI.
But AI, you cannot copyright what AI creates.
Which
So,
is what I wanted to get to, because
So-
that's a really interesting topic.
well,
I am the artist,
Oye,
though.
ya sería lo último. Like, I mean, yeah.
Right now,
I'm the artist. I use this technology.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did. I used the technology.
ridiculous.
It's
How
not
is
a-
this any different from using a paintbrush, using paint? I use technology to create
How is this different than
artwork.
using a paintbrush?
Or collages.
yeah. Now, in the U.S.,
How many people became famous?
I hate
Andy
this whole terrible.
Warhol.
I hate
Andy
this whole
Warhol
terrible.
painted Campbell's soup cans. He didn't create the
But
the
he
Campbell.
clearly contributed something to the.
I contributed
Campbell,
to
you
the
didn't do
creation.
shit. Like,
right now, the guidance from the Copyright Office is whatever AI
es para de
creates-
comer mierda, ustedes.
whatever AI creates is not copyrightable. Now, when you file, and it started because a stupid person filed for copyright protection for an image that, like
Wally
Elina
created.
created, and she didn't disclose to a copyright office in the application
bueno.
that it was created by AI.
Oh.
Because in the copyright application, you have to dedicate who's the author, who's the creator, and so
Right,
forth.
right.
And then when she got the registration, she went on Twitter, the first copyright or AI or whatever.
And they were like, eh.
Copyright office came back and said, no, that copyright registration is canceled. Anything that AI creates is not copyrightable. That's in the US. In Europe, no, China, 2 months ago, issued guidance that say, depending on the prompt.
Mira, Lena.
You know,
No, she don't believe in your nonsense.
I was about to say, I am not an expert in this area of law, but I think there's fundamentally something wrong with it not being copyrightable, because I do, if you've ever gone on there and played with it, it's not just like, oh, being it created it, you're done. Like you can brainstorm
Correct.
with it, you can
Correct.
really change things. It really is, it can be a very artistic process if
To
you
the
get
point.
into it, you know?
I went to a conference in New York, and one of the panelists was a guy that was the owner of a big marketing company that create marketing campaigns for
Yeah.
Walmart or whatever. And he put example of how before they used to create a campaign that took them 6 months to create,
Sure.
from hiring a dog, the models, training the dog,
Yeah.
the model, whatever. Now, and it costs $1 million. Now they can create that in 2-3 weeks with
Exactly.
AI, and it looks real, and they don't have to pay anybody. Because they don't have to hire the dog, they don't have to hire the model.
And how is that not a creative artistic process? You wrote the script, you picked who the actors look like. What
there
they
are
should-
pieces that you can protect. You can
Right.
protect the script. But what the law says that if it's only you ask a question and press a button, that's it. That's not copyright.
What if I ask 20 questions?
That's,
it evolves.
That's where it's evolving. The law is evolving now.
Yeah,
Europe
it's gotta
and China,
evolve. It's
in
gotta
Chi-
evolve.
Yeah, in Europe and China, it's evolving to a point that if you are submitting something that I would say you submitted 10 prompts, 15 prompts, and you started from something this small, and you created with your prompts. It's like you are doing brushes on a paint. So-
Exactly.
But you're not the one doing the brushes on the paint.
But
But
you
it
are
doesn't
writing
matter.
you are writing the
Like,
prompts.
have you
That's
ever-
like me telling somebody, hey, I would like this and this and this. And let's say you're saying this to a real artist, and they're the ones creating it. Not you.
No, that's
going,
commissioning artwork.
Get me, but that's what I'm saying.
No.
That's-
But like, if
that's
I
the
take this
equivalent.
notebook right now and I do this and I do this and I put this
wait.
here and I take a picture,
But you're
it's
not the
considered
one.
art.
You're not the one creating it.
Wait.
The
I
AI
created it.
is
I took a
creating
picture
it.
with a camera.
But then we're back to Leslie telling the artist, "Hey, I want a notebook on that table. Do that." But I don't have the talent to do it.
Wait.
I don't actually have
Stop,
the
stop.
artistic.
No. There is something called work made for hire. And the work made for hire environment, if you are an employee,
I mean, Michelangelo, right?
No.
Rich families, motherfucker, go paint me whatever.
if
Who
you
copyrights that?
in the work made for hire environment,
See,
if you are an employee, whatever you create
Belongs to your
during
employer.
your employment for the
Sure.
company
Belongs to
you
your
are not
employer.
the author. It's
By
the company.
contract.
It's the company.
by contract.
By law. By
Right,
law.
right.
But
Correct.
in the commissioning artwork,
See,
if you commission somebody to create a paint and they transfers the rights to you, everything, meaning they have to transfer not only the right to exploit the work,
Uh-huh.
but the right to be considered the author, it could be considered that the name of that person cannot be considered an author in some situations like that. Now, you have to
so
take,
this hinges on, I guess, the future case law will hinge on who is the author, whether it's being commissioned, whether you're commissioning AI.
I think
No.
to do this.
I don't think so. I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but the way I feel about this is I think it comes down to, is the AI the artist or is AI the tool? And I think right now, a lot of U.S. law, and you can disagree or correct me, I think right now it makes it seem like you put in some information, it created it, and because the AI is the creator of this thing, they are the artist, and we can't protect it because it's a computer. But once this becomes a process, you are the creator of this. I see it no different than you use a camera to take a picture. I am the artist. The camera did the technology of whatever goes on inside a camera to create this image.
yeah, but with AI, you don't start from scratch. The AI use data sets, meaning that they have pre-fed images and content that is there
Yeah.
for you to start painting. Like
I mean,
Andy Warhol started with a Campbell soup container.
But in your scenario, it's like every data engineer that gets good at prompts is going to be the person that makes the gazillion dollars off of this if you're able to copyright
if
it.
you can protect programming for computers, why can't you protect?
Yeah, you can copyright software.
You can copyright code.
No.
Same shit. That's art. You can argue that's art.
Even now, Dale, when you put a picture of you and say, recreate this image being a professional lawyer from Miami or whatever.
AI headshot.
A headshot, he recreate with your own images. But if you start asking too many questions, she said, no, use this prompt, the code, the software code. And it's very smart. So,
What?
yes. So I would say it's gonna evolve. What people don't realize is that ChatGPT, the data sets are closed down, meaning that ChatGPT 3.0 was data set from 2021, ChatGPT 3.5 was from 2022, and
You mean the universe by which you can extract information from those years?
there is a door that closes.
Oh, okay, got
When
it.
they go public, now they started with 4.0
Yeah.
2 months ago. That data set is from 2023. It's not current.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
Correct.
not current. So
Yeah.
be mindful of that. Apple
yeah.
is going to integrate ChatGPT in the iPhone.
I heard.
And that's going to change the way that you interact
I
with
heard.
the iPhone.
But wait. What does this mean?
Means
It's going
that,
to integrate.
it's
And,
called-
you know, I'm
it's
such
called
a-
Apple Intelligence.
Is it going to talk for me instead of me having to answer these fucking
I'm
text
such a
messages?
Samsung user that I'm
Siri-
actually really upset Apple's
Forget
doing
about-
this.
Forget about Siri.
Siri is going to be gone.
See, I've never even used Siri.
Siri
Soy
is
una de esas,
gone.
like, anticuada that I've never
Okay,
even used
Google
Siri.
is gone.
I don't know what that is either, but
That's our
So it's
version.
Integrate
Alexa ain't gonna exist real soon.
Integrate
Wow.
the GPT, ChatGPT into a system that you receive an email, and when you hit reply, you can create a system that would create auto replies for you without you having to think too much.
Let's go back to copyright, which is what
For
we're really
the
here to talk
record.
about, right? But I want to go back to the who's the artist conversation because that's where this has gone. And you know, there was a famous case, if I recall correctly, it was about a gorilla. Wasn't there like a gorilla case where the gorilla took the picture? And
Ay, me cago en esto.
there
tell
was-
me the story. Augusto knows the details. I don't know all the details.
It was
ya lo último. Like, the gorilla
2014.
takes a picture of me.
2014. This
2014.
was 10 years ago. We were already having this battle for the record.
A famous photographer goes to a zoo, take picture with his big lens camera, whatever. But he started interacting with the gorilla, orangutan, and he
Oh,
gave
it's
the
a gorilla.
phone.
Sorry,
He
alright.
gave the phone to the orangutan, and the orangutan took a selfie. And then PETA came. Oh, the copyright is owned by the orangutan, and everybody was started using the picture, and the photographer.
Well,
got
is the
mad.
orangutan going to sue me too? I mean,
And PETA came. No, you can own the copyright because the photographer says that's my phone. I took.
Yeah.
No, but you didn't took the picture. It was the orangutan, whatever. So the copyright office had to issue guidance saying you had to be human. So AI, animals.
so the gorilla cannot obviously copyright
and
the picture.
the reason this comes
but
to
the
mind
guy-
is the gorilla is not human, neither is AI.
Neither.
And so I
No,
think
no,
this
but,
is the big issue in
But
our
hold on, for
copyright
clarification, the guy could not copyright it either because he was not the one that clicked
law. He was
the
not
picture.
the artist.
It's not the artist. That picture. That picture is in the public domain. You can use that
The
picture.
artist.
You can use that
You can
picture.
put it on your blog.
Even a fucking gorilla can be an artist here, guys.
Orangutan.
That is how much respect I give to these fucking paparazzi right
You
now.
can use that picture
Okay.
in your blog, no problem.
No problem. Oh, at least
Oh,
one picture on
man.
my blog right now is okay, guys. It's safe. It's safe.
So
Oh man.
Alright.
usually it's a concern because technology evolves and how we're gonna be able to help creators, because creators will say if I use ChatGPT to create whatever I
Yes.
do before, I'm not gonna be able to protect it. I'm not gonna be able to enforce it. I'm gonna be able to monetize what I create. So the copyright office, usually Congress, the law goes way behind the market. So
Yes,
the
yes.
market's the one that goes setting the pace.
But I think there's a legit conversation of what is art, what does the creation of art mean, and I think it's a much deeper conversation than just is the law catching up, because you've been to a modern art museum where there'll be like a cup and it's art. You get what I'm saying?
But we're not saying
and some
what's-
people will sit there and be like, that is not
Yeah,
art.
but-
No, but this isn't just about what is art. It's about what is copyrightable art.
Well, but that's my point.
It's a whole different, that
A
asshole that
banana
put
on
the
a
fucking
wall is art,
banana.
but it's not
Exactly.
copyright.
I'm like, right. The asshole that put the banana on the wall and made $1 million off of it, good for him. But you're not copywriting the fucking banana, bro.
There was a case.
Yeah.
There was a case in this district that a dentist copied some picture of another dentist of his website. The after,
the teeth.
Before and after.
The teeth, the before and
the
after.
before and after pictures. And the question was, there is copyright protection over that image.
Of the image of the patient's teeth.
And usually, in that particular case, it was the doctor who told the patient, can I take a picture of you before? And open the mouth, whatever, took the picture. And then when he finished, he took a picture. And the argument was there is no copyright protection because there is nothing creative in that regard. And the
What?
court decided that yes, there is some minimal copyright protection over that because the way that the doctor told the patient, open your mouth this way, put it this way, whatever, he put some lighting to
I would
and
definitely
so forth.
argue it could be considered art. I agree.
No art, copyright.
Now-
Copyrightable art.
now I'm
I mean,
even more
listen,
annoyed.
reasonable minds could disagree about whether it's art or not, but my point is,
Right, but I'm not worried about what's art or not. I thought we already established whoever takes the fucking picture of the, whatever, has the copyright over it,
Yeah, but
right?
you
I'm
have-
already upset about that rule, let me be clear. But that is the rule that, as I
But you have to
understood
have
it.
some minimal creative.
So the assholes taking pictures of all these celebrities and whatever, that the celebrity can't copyright it because they didn't take the picture, which is already offensive to me, that somebody else is taking pictures of whatever and now have the copyright. Has significant art to be able to copyright the picture of Britney Spears doing whatever.
Yeah,
with their head shaved. Do you remember the classic head shave?
Óyeme,
Britney
pero
Spears?
this has gone too far.
In
This has gone too far.
In this particular case, it had to be about whether it was creative enough.
But I'm less offended by the picture, being able to copyright the before and after of the
but the
dentist
paparazzi-
than fucking Britney Spears.
With all due respect, who is the copyright office to decide if something is creative enough? Like that's
That's Congress what decided.
that has like,
oh,
wait.
even better. Like
That's Congress.
But they do.
Some weird politicians.
So,
Now,
I mean, this is like porn? What is
in the
it,
case-
Judge Han? Like I don't know how to define it, but I know it when I see it.
In
You
the
know that
case of
famous porn
paparazzi-
quote from
Excellent.
the porn
the
case?
paparazzi had to go, get out of his house, get in the car, chase the people, get into a tree.
well, I'm not saying
you
there's
know,
no
point
effort.
and shoot. It's not only point and shoot. So,
I'm not saying there's no effort and they don't have
They
a right
worked hard.
to sell that picture.
Yes.
Right? What I'm saying is they shouldn't be able to copyright that picture.
why not?
Because I'm not buying
No,
it.
it's
Like
copyrightable.
I'd be so angry if I was somebody and they're fucking taking pictures of me and they're fucking
That's
go
why-
sell it. I understand that the picture of Britney Spears is worth $1 million of her fucking shaving her head. Great. And you're the asshole that took it, so you get your bite of the apple because you got up early.
Because this
you
is
stalked her.
America.
Because it's America, okay? And here everything is sold. But at the same time, coño, now you copyrighted it too?
Yes.
Fuck off. Like, God, this is
And-
why.
And it's easy. It's not something
Terrible.
Well, the reality is that these artists, these creators need protection. Otherwise, people will.
You
start
are,
using-
but right. I mean, but there's a difference between the paparazzi, the creator, and Mr. Warhol. Yeah,
But
with his
who
Campbell
says
soup.
that the paparazzi isn't an artist?
Oh my God.
And we're back to what is
Oh
art?
my God! This is not about art.
It
This
is.
is about what is able to be copyrighted. Is that
Copyrighted.
And the
copyrighted?
answer is art can be copyrighted.
No, the teeth are enough art to the copyright. Apparently, the teeth are fine.
In the case of photography, is most anything could be copyrighted.
Sí, obvio. Yeah, eso es lo que me he dado
Exactly.
cuenta. Like, that's exactly my point.
Exactly.
At this point, like, whatever is fucking copyrighted. So I'm almost offended that the dentist's pictures, there was anything in question about whether it could be copyrighted.
And it's
Because
very
it should
common.
be.
And you know how they found out? There is something, a software, it's a crawler.
Oh, yes, I know how they
It
found
has
out.
meta
That's
tags.
how I got found out, too.
I don't know if you hear, the biggest copyright holder in the world is Getty Images. And they have this software when they embedded meta tags in the pictures that they manage. And that software is looking through the internet, whatever that picture is.
Yeah.
And they found it in your blog.
They said, bing,
Ding, take
ding,
a
ding,
picture,
ding.
Take a screenshot.
Come maybe $1.
A stamp,
Like,
take
get her.
a stamp image of your website, and with that, they send the cease and desist and so forth.
Yes.
So,
Cease and desist.
and if you come to me, I will
Another
tell you-
side hustle.
Another side hustle.
Brought to you
Leslie's
by
always looking
Leslie
for
Marenco.
side hustles.
And if you come to me, I will tell you, hey, just pay.
And I was literally like, Augusto, why don't we start this business? I don't understand what we're doing here. Like, why do we make money the hard way, Augusto? We could just take pictures of shit.
I defend people from copyright trolls.
I mean, well, now you can do
don't
both
wanna- I don't-
sides.
I don't know how much you're gonna pay me, but I don't want to cross.
What do you mean? I mean, this is very
He's
simple.
saying if the price is right.
The price is right. He will join me in this joint venture.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hard.
There's a lot of fluffy white cats walking around here in Coral Gables. Fluffy dogs. I mean, somebody's gonna want to use those pictures.
Have you learned no lessons?
Yes, I've learned I need to be the aggressor. That's what I've learned.
Never ignore.
You must choose violence. That's what I've learned.
I was involved in a case at one point in time where Disney has a law firm in Lakeland. Let's hide.
Imagínate.
Let's hide the Mickey Mouse.
Hide Mickey Mouse. Hide Mickey Mouse.
So, Disney has a law firm in Lakeland, Florida, where they pursue all the copyright infringement cases and so forth. And in Miami, the party rental people.
Óyeme, pero that shit's out of control. Mickey Mouse is at every party, you know, in
now-
Hialeah.
With like the fake nose and the ears that are the wrong size. If you go to Times Square, they're like oddly shaped
Yes!
with heads.
Well, Disney has a licensee who was the only in the world that could sell the
They actually had
Okay.
one. Okay.
the houses, the bumping houses,
Yes.
so forth.
The inflatable bounce houses. Yeah.
So that company's out of California, but one of them costs $5,000.
Yeah, sure.
You can
One
take-
bouncy house?
One bouncy house.
Because it's got Mickey on
It
it.
has Mickey
Like,
or
I mean,
whatever.
you know.
And this particular case, the person got it in Peru for $500.
In Peru.
In Peru. So
I
this
mean-
person ignored the letter.
Wait, they had a letter in Peru?
No, here.
Oh,
the company's
okay.
here.
No. The Florida. This is Florida. This is Miami.
Miami.
Wasn't it Miami? This was
The-
a Miami party rental company.
Yeah,
Who goes off and buys the $500 bounce house in Peru,
That client,
and then starts renting it out.
that client came to us because the first client was licensed. He bought it from Disney. And Disney sent a private investigator to his warehouse, and he showed the serial number on the outside. He said, no, we have one here inside. Step aside. And they opened it, and they looked for the serial number. Said, okay, you're good. And they let it go. He hasn't had to pay. But then he referred the other guy, and those people ignored the demand letter, everything, the take down notice and whatever. Disney hired a family in Miami to hire that company.
Bro.
And that company, Disney, filmed a party in El Parque de la 40 with the whole family.
In Tropical Park.
At Tropical Park.
At Tropical Park. And they got the owner and they sued.
Disney is
love
ruthless.
that. I love
Disney
that.
is machete.
And in case you didn't learn it from the DeSantis case, don't mess with the mouse.
And the most common situation that we encounter are the HBO fights.
What?
HBO fights. There is this big fight on HBO, and the restaurant wants to put it on the TV.
Yeah. Like you go to a bar, you go to Hooters, Flanagan's, any
HBO.
bar, they're all playing the fight.
In the major markets like Miami, HBO will send people as a PI, private investigator, to sit in the restaurant that they know they don't have a license, and they film everything, and then the license costs normally $1,200, but then the demand letter is for $20,000. So be mindful
Now
of that.
that's a good side hustle.
Write this down, people. Email me if you're interested
I
in.
love this. This is brilliant.
The most common situation is a big fight on HBO that, your restaurant in Havana is too small, they don't want to pay.
Is it only the fights? Does it work for games?
I mean,
well?
am I allowed?
No,
You're not
it's
allowed
only
to put
fights.
Game of
Okay.
Thrones on it,
No, when I say game, I meant like football game, baseball game.
Right.
Well,
that's
now,
why, like
copyright,
if they're playing the Super Bowl.
to play the Super Bowl, you have to pay.
That's what I'm saying.
Coño.
That's can you imagine a single bar anywhere in this country that is not playing the Super Bowl during the Super Bowl?
And
I mean, what bar doesn't play the Super Bowl during
if,
the Super Bowl?
if you hear an advertising company calling the big game, is that they are not paying the Super Bowl to use the word Super Bowl, because the word Super Bowl is registered as a trademark, and if you don't pay the Super Bowl, you cannot use the word Super Bowl in your advertising.
So
you
if
have to
you're
call
not
it
using
something
Super
else.
Bowl, you are super fucked. I got it.
So in my blog, when we talk about the Super Bowl,
The
'cause I
big
usually
game.
talk about Joe Robbie,
The big game.
and all kinds of things that happened in the
Ooh,
estate
Joe
of Joe
Robbie.
Robbie and how they had to liquidate
Way to show
Joe
our
Robbie
age.
Stadium.
Well,
You're telling me I'm not allowed to say that? Okay, I am criticizing the family. Fair use Fair use. No,
No.
He said no.
The first use standard is that, let's say that the image that you got in trouble with.
See.
If you wrote the blog to criticize the image, the part, oh, look at this lady.
This ugly ass dog.
Whatever, that's
Cat.
okay. You can use that.
I mean, I was criticizing.
No, you were criticizing nobody. You
Not
were
the
using
lady.
the example of the lady that left $20 million to a dog.
Yes, but she
No.
should have left it in a petrol.
But you weren't talking about the picture.
No.
No.
I'm talking about the estate
So,
plan that was
you-
incorrectly done.
You were criticizing the estate plan
I
of
should
the
have
lawyer
said,
who set
ese
this up.
perro está feísimo. Can I do that?
No.
No? If I criticize the dog,
But
it's,
the blog is not about the picture.
damn
it's
it,
about the
man.
picture,
Like,
so.
at the end of every blog, I'm going to be like, this picture fucking sucks. How about that? Like, in the fine print.
And then there's a little line, and thus we are protected under copyright laws.
That's-
Brought to you by.
That's the argument of the guy for Trump to small made, that he's using that
He's
to make
criticizing-
fun. He's criticizing Trump or whatever.
Because he's too small.
But in that particular case,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
So-
Well, on that note,
Wow.
Augusto, thank you so much for joining
thank
us
you, guys.
today. This has been super fun.
Man.
I've learned that Leslie has learned nothing. That's what I learned at this podcast. Any closing words or final thoughts for our listening and viewing audience today?
I would say don't ignore communication that come from
That you allegedly get.
even if it's
Allegedly.
from people that you consider that are trolls.
Shysters.
These troll companies, when you ignore the letter, they send the letter to a lawyer, and that lawyer works on contingency, and they will get money out of you some way, somewhat. So don't ignore. And I always protect whatever you create. If you don't think it's protectable, just call us. We'll figure out a way to protect it. And always go on the side of being protected. And
Yeah,
if
then you can
you-
sue everybody. Keep
Well,
taking pictures, protect it, and then you can sue everybody that uses your picture.
You consider protection is give you two things. It's a shield and a sword. You know, you use it interchangeably.
Shields and swords. So plan ahead and use protection. Thank you, Augusto.
Thank you, guys.
That was an excellent lesson. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you all for watching and listening. And we will see you again next time on Law Shit You Should Know.
Thank you.